Hello, everyone. This is TTP Chats, aka Trust the Process here. Today, I'm going to be discussing you about talking to you about being in full gear. Now, here's the definition: to be in full gear means to be operating at maximum capacity, speed, or intensity, similar to how a machine's gears are engaged for full power. It refers to a state of energetic and effective activity, whether it applies to a person, a project, or an event that fully commences and is progressing rapidly. So basically, being in full gear means you gotta be at max capacity, right? You gotta put your all and all your power in whatever you're doing. And I'm making this video to all the young dudes out there, young men, older men, anybody who's willing to listen, that to be in full gear, you gotta go all out. You gotta go full max capacity. Put your pedal to the metal, so to speak, and grind and work hard like you never worked hard before. Work smart like you never worked smart before. In order to obtain the things that you want, you got to be in full gear. That's just a fact of the reality. And as a man, you got to be in full gear once you elevate from being a boy to being a man. In Jewish culture, the age 13 is when a boy turns into a man, at the age of 13. So once they hit, and I'm gonna apply all of that to any man, whether they're of the Jewish culture or not. Once a man hits 13, gotta start working in full gear now. You're in kind of like a small, but it's all takes time in the steps of elevation, right? You're at 13, you're kind of at a smaller level. But as you grow and you progress in life, you will want to reach next level. Elevate yourself in every different aspect of your life. Get yourself in full gear and work towards the things that you want to achieve. Obtain the things that you want to achieve by getting yourself to that next, level, that next gear, by being in full gear, if you see what I'm saying, right? Most people don't understand this because they're more comfortable with just going through autopilot, slowing down. But no, you got to go out there. Whatever you're doing, you got to give it 100%, right? Do the best you can, right? And there'll be some days where you may not have the energy. You may be tired. You may be worn out. That's fine. It is what it is. It comes with the territory of going full gear. You can't go full gear all the time, but you should try your best to do so in order to accomplish the things that you always dreamed of accomplishing. Because what's the point of putting in effort if you're not going to put in a full amount of it when it comes to things that you want to do, and when it comes to working towards the things that you want to be successful in? That's just my way of thinking, because everything is a level, right? And you want to get to the highest level possible in order to achieve the highest achievement that you're capable of achieving, right? And in order to do that, you got to go up levels. You got to level up. In order to level up, you got to get in full gear, right? It's similar to a combat sport, right? The best of the best are in full gear with every fight that they have. The best of the best put it all out there, right? Sometimes they lose, sometimes they win. But guess what? When they're in that training camp, when they're in that training mode, when they're locked in, they go out there and they try their best in full gear and all to deliver. at max capacity to deliver the best performance they can, to deliver the best strategy, to get the best game plan they can at max capacity. That's what the meaning of full gear is. In all aspects, you're delivering in max capacity. And again, we're humans. We're not perfect. Sometimes we may slips up. Sometimes we may make mistakes. Sometimes we may not be. We might be on E, but guess what? We got to go back, refresh our mind, recharge, refuel, do whatever we got to do to get back into that full gear mindset of working hard at max capacity, whatever we're doing, right? Because guess what? No, the Lord tells us, if you don't work, you don't eat, right? I look at it also, if you don't work, you don't achieve. That's just the reality of the situation, right? You gotta get yourself in full gear at fully maximum capacity in order to achieve.